Welcome back to Burning River Bushcraft. Today we're going to be looking at a new cook system from SOTO. So either of these two items are going to be available individually, but what makes it a set is inside this new river pot, I've got an Amicus stove with an igniter. The stove and pot both fit inside a mesh bag, and that's kind of handy when you're washing your dishes and they're not quite dry yet. That's the best use for these bags. I hang them up and I don't have to worry about anything being put away wet. So the pot is anodized aluminum, and I've got coated bale handles. Now the lid, I've got a pull tab here, and this is like a translucent plastic so I can look down through it and see that my food is boiling. And I've got kind of a drain hole here in the front, so that's going to work great for any type of noodle dish or anything I'm boiling, and then I want to drain off the liquids and keep the solids in the pot. So this is a super lightweight pot. This is under 5 ounces, and it's about 4 inches high and about 4.5 inches in diameter. So I really like the size of this. I don't really have anything this size. Most of the time I jump from around 2 liters for a full-size bush pot down to about 750 milliliters for a tall cup. I really don't have anything in the middle. And with the 750s, that's a nice handy size for one person, but my biggest issue is when I have a propane butane fuel can, they do make small ones that fit inside of those 750 cups, but they're hard for me to get locally. The larger ones that I usually find don't fit in my standard cups, but they will fit in this pot. So this is an example of the smaller can. I think this is like 100 grams, and this is the larger can. So these are the ones that I can get and get pretty darn easy. But the problem is the diameter is too large for any of my smaller cups. And this 100 milliliter pot, it fits right down in here with no issues. The Amicus stove is available separately, and this is a pretty small stove as well. This is under 3 ounces, and the output is crazy. It's like over 10,000 BTUs. And this is pretty standard for all these little stoves. They pop up. And that's a nice size footprint. This is pretty aggressive. I don't have to worry about a pot sliding a little bit as I'm trying to stir this. Some of the ones that fold in a couple different ways, I've never really liked those as well. This is a nice sturdy setup. So this is pretty simple, pretty basic. There is no adapter, no extra thing in the bag to lose. I'm just going to screw this in. And then I love stoves that have igniters on them. Let me just crack it here. So I've always got a lighter, and I've got a ferro rod. But when you're squatting down, cooking over a stump, or in an awkward situation and you're trying to make dinner quickly or make coffee quickly, just hitting a striker and being able to start your stove is outstanding. So with these small backpack style stoves, I've always tried to watch the simmer. I want to be able to boil water really quick, which this is a crazy output. But some meals, especially if you're actually cooking food, not just rehydrating backpack meals or making coffee, you've got to be able to simmer this. So the controllability is very, very nice with this. That is a huge bonus, and it opens up a lot of different food options for you when you're on the trail. All right, let's fire up the stove and put a pot of water on. This is a heck of a stove. If you commonly camp with 2 people, maybe carrying one pot like this might be a huge space saver. If you're like me and you just can't find those smaller fuel cans, carrying this larger pot, you have more capacity, but it just makes more sense. Instead of having loose cans really with no home, they'll sit down inside that pot and they're going to be good to go. But I love that SOTO put this together with a high output stove like that. The bottom of this aluminum pot right now is cherry red. This aluminum does a great job transferring heat. It's super lightweight, and with a stove like that, this is going to boil water in no time. Till next time, this has been Jamie Boggs with Burning River Bushcraft. See you soon.